The Pies have lost 2 in a row. The Bags are 7 straight. Let's get this episode started. This is Breaking Even. I'm your host, Haas, with my amateur buddy, Mus, and our returning guest, Amateur Con. How are we doing?
Very good, thank you.
Good to have you, Con. Mus, how are you?
I'm feeling good. I had a good week.
Yes?
3 of my teams won this week.
Congratulations. That's really good to see.
My Supercoach team, my Hawks, and my Arsenal, the Gunners, mate.
Oh, the other
Community
coach
Shield.
sports. Good to hear.
3 wins.
We'll get into all of those guys, but before we do, let's preview round 22, and we'll start off with the Pies. They've lost 2 in a row. They're up against the Cats at the G on Friday night. Con, who wins, and any players from here that you'd be looking at?
I think Geelong can win,
Mm-hmm.
and I think Collingwood have a habit of giving up big scores to rebounding defenders. So Tom Stewart's definitely in the gun as a big vice captain option, I think.
I reckon it'll be a close game, to be honest. Pies need to win. Well, I guess both teams need to win. Geelong need to win to make finals, and Pies need to win, I guess, to cement their spot and on the top of the ladder. But some options here. Dangerfield's, if anyone's got Dangerfield, one to pick up if you got trades. He looks like he's coming back into form. For Geelong, like you said, probably Tom Stewart, really. No Daicos for a while.
6 weeks.
A lot of people are going to hurt, especially ones that have no trades left. If you got a trade left and you're right now, you'll be laughing because that's an upper hand against everyone else. Yeah.
Would you be trading him out for a midfielder or a defender? Because he's got the eligibility.
I guess it's whatever is in your price range, whatever money you have left over. If you got an extra 100k in your bank, you can go straight to Sicily. Whereas if you've got a midfielder, you can go somewhere in that middle range there. And you've got Noah Anderson, all that kind of guys.
Green, all these
Yeah.
players like that. All right, yeah, that's good. I think the Pies bounce back and they get this win here. It'll be good for the Carlton as well because then they can remain in top 8. All right, guys, we'll move on to Saturday. North Melbourne got close last week against Melbourne. Can they get the job done over the Bombers? You'd love to see it. Who wins?
It's hard to say. If North come with that energy, it will be a close game. Look, West Coast put it up to they should have won actually. West Coast with my mate Jung here. If he was here, he would be burning. But I reckon they should have had the win. They got it in the last second, last minute I should say. They were up, but I can't. You can't go past Essendon really in this kind of game.
I don't think Essendon can play that badly 2 weeks in a row. And North played very well. In Tassie, they still couldn't get the job done, so I don't think they've got anything,
Okay. I think North have something to show for with their coach. I think this is the week that they get it done and start getting their season for 2024 on track. And if you've got a vice captain or captain option here, you'd be looking at Merritt. But then again, can that rookie Eddie Ford tag him?
I guess it's different positions, really. Eddie Ford's more in the forward line.
He'd probably take someone like a Redmond or something like that.
Yeah.
I traded in Parish 2 weeks ago. That was my last trade.
How'd it go?
Well, he scored 118 this week.
You take it.
Yeah.
I've had Parish for a few weeks now. That's probably the best score he's scored since I got him. But he's coming up at the right time.
That's right.
He's coming up at the right time. Another one is the option is LDU, who's coming up good again. If anyone's got him or have got trades left, like I said, you can probably get rid of Daicos and get LDU in. There's another option there.
Okay. All right, guys. Let's keep moving on. The Swannies, they took out GWS, which was good to see. Can they do the same thing to the Suns?
Yes.
Yeah. Any plays from here, guys, to look at?
I'd be really keen on looking at Tuke Miller if you've got him bouncing back big. He will not be happy about that suspension. So, yeah.
And I guess you can't go past Goulden, really.
Yeah.
There's a possession machine, that guy.
And he loves their CG.
That trade's ruined my whole season trading out Goulden.
You had Golden, did you?
Yeah.
When did you trade him out?
When he scored the 45.
So
Then he
early
scored
in the season.
150 3 weeks in a row after that.
Jumped the gun, mate.
Yeah.
Unlucky. That's very unlucky. All right, guys. The Lions just got the job done over Freo last week over there. Can they win at home against Adelaide?
At the Gabba with no Ashcroft.
Yep.
What's going to happen there, mate?
We're yet to talk about Ashcroft again, huh?
I reckon they'll take him.
Yeah.
I think the Lions should have that game.
I think Adelaide match up well on them, and Adelaide need to win now. There's no second chances for them. They have to win at least 2 of their last 3 to have a chance of playing finals. So it wouldn't surprise me if they win.
The duo brothers, Dunkley and Neil, some terrible form last week. Can they have something that's elite this week?
Well, look, Neil started off really slow, but he came good at the end. So the last, I guess, the third, fourth quarter, he pushed, but Dunkley was a bit slower. But you can't keep them guys kind of down week after week. They're going to have to come good. I think they're going to...
Does Keys run with lead, maybe? Does
Keys.
Does Keys run with Neil?
I'd like to see that happen.
Yeah.
Most likely. I think so.
All right. I'll probably tip the Lions just to get the job done here.
What are we thinking Laird and Dawson as a captain option here?
They need to bounce back after last week.
You can't really... I don't know, with these two, they were always at the top primos. You can't rely on them as a captain option anymore, I guess.
Especially late, I agree. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, they didn't do well last week. The disposal efficiency was just shocking. So,
All right, guys. We'll move on. Saturday night, under the MCG, my beloved baggers are taking on the Melbourne D's. I think we win, and a special cause. I think they just get it done, and we get 8 in a row here, boys. How are we feeling, and what do you reckon here?
the bubble burst.
Yeah?
Melbourne, 10 goals.
Ooh.
Reality check for Carlton, I think, this week. Big reality check.
Yep.
And Clayton Oliver,
He's back, is he?
he'll be back.
There you go.
If you have trades and you've got Daicos and you've got money, there's the
yeah.
ultimate point of difference.
I like that idea.
Massive.
And he will be back like a bull at the gate. So
I agree with that. But these are the two informed teams at the moment. It's going to be a good game to watch, I reckon.
Yeah.
Can Curnow get free and get them goals is the main question. There's a lot of Melbourne defenders, top quality defenders. He's got to get past.
Melbourne's got the best defence in the comp.
Yeah.
Do you reckon May stays on Kerno?
Yeah.
It has to be him, yeah? Because Petty's injured.
Petty has been playing the forward line.
Yeah.
You got Tomlinson there, May, Lever,
Melksham.
I think it'll be a low scoring game. I think it'll be Melbourne's defence is very good, but they can't score very well, so it'll be interesting.
Okay. We'll live to see Saturday, guys. I'll be there. Let's move on to the West Coast. This is the battle of Optus Stadium's pride. The Eagles taking on Freo. Who gets up here, guys?
Who cares?
I don't think anyone's watching this game.
As long as Brayshaw does well again, he got me over the line last week. If he keeps going this week, I'll praise him forever.
Do you know what's funny? Freo might still win this game, right? But Jung will still talk about it for some reason. Even though he's not even in the country, he'll have something to say about it.
There hasn't been much closer to an irrelevant game in the season and in Supercoach than this one. There's probably 4 players tops that you'd have to look at from both sides combined. Everything else does not matter at all.
That's
I
very
totally
fair.
agree with that one.
If you had an option for ruck, would you consider Luke Jackson
Yeah.
Yes.
in the ball now?
Good. Since Darcy went down, he's taken the number 1 role as a ruckman. He's
Stepped up really well.
Keith had him last week. Keith is the one to stop. I think he's going to take out the double. No pressure, Keith. But I don't want to jinx it for you. But yeah, I think it's too good for us.
If Keith does lose both, is it Keith don't choke next season?
I'm all for Keith don't choke next season. Anything but Con don't choke.
Yeah, he's ranked. I saw his ranking. He's ranked number 609.
Wow, 609 in the comp.
Yeah.
Congratulations, Keith. That's really good to keep up.
Especially at this stage of the
Yeah,
season.
that's really good, mate. Congratulations
Crazy.
on that. All right, guys, let's move on to our Sunday games. The Hawks at UTAS Stadium taking on the Dogs. It's a must-win for the Dogs. Con, you going to the game, are you?
No.
Not to this one?
Big danger game for the Dogs.
Yes.
We've always struggled against Hawthorn in general, especially in Tassie. Last year, we needed to win to get in, knock Carlton out of the
Yeah.
sorry. The year before, though, they got us down there, knocked us out of the top 4 in the last
really?
week of the season. So it's definitely a danger game. I'm not looking past it at all.
It all depends on what Hawks rock up that day.
Are they going to rock up with last week's?
Oh, mate, if they do, if they keep putting up like that kind of games, we're gonna. I'm not gonna say we're gonna get top 4 next year. Probably not.
Yeah.
But there's a chance of making finals, and
Yes.
the future's looking good. Especially with get games into these young players. They're looking really good. I'm really pleased with the way they're coming.
What's the average games for these young players? Is it 30 to 40 now?
Yeah, I think Will Day just played his 50th game a couple of weeks ago, so that's what kind of we're looking at there. So
So say 2 seasons, you should be looking at finals then.
yeah,
Yep.
promising. That's the expectation.
I think the Dogs break the curse here and they get the job done. But it will be a rough battle, but I think they get up just.
Well, last time we played him, we were at the game. We held it. We were in lead till half time, and then we kind of died down, and Doggies just took over. But
It was a corporate box, thanks to Daicos. So yeah, appreciate that, Daicos. And
It's up,
is it CUB?
Daicos.
Yeah, shout out to CUB as well. Thank you so much.
yeah, so I guess we'll get more experience since then. So if we can hold on longer, we might even take him. But yeah, I myself, I would prefer Doggies making the final. I'm not saying for us to lose, but I'll prefer them as opposed to other teams in the
Yep.
final.
Let's move to the next game, guys. The Saints. You love to see them lose, don't you? They're up against the Tigers this week at Marvel. Who wins, guys?
Richmond.
Yes.
They don't play Marvel well. Like the Dogs belted them last week.
Last week. How many points?
But 10 goals? Yeah, no,
60?
57, I think it was.
Okay.
But I think the Richmond Avalanche is going to be the Dusty will be back, Cochin. It'll be, I think,
Full squad.
full squad.
They got short back last week as
Yes.
well.
He played well.
So that's one.
It was
That's
his 150, wasn't it?
that is one to look at for a nice POD. Even looking at next year, that's probably one to keep an eye on. I think Richmond will take him. I don't believe St Kilda should be making the 8 this year. They're not. I don't see him as good as that.
Okay.
But yeah, I think Richmond will take him.
Let's finish off, guys. Port Adelaide at home. They've lost now 4 in a row because they lost to John last week. They're up against GWS. I think Port win here. What do you guys think?
I think GWS will win.
Yep, must win.
Must win. Must win. They lost last week against Sydney. They probably shouldn't have. Toby Green's on fire. Port are very shoddy defensively at the moment. I think GWS can take them.
No, I think Port Adelaide's going to come out with the goods this time. They have to win. They can't keep losing. If they want to keep their top 4 chances there, must win game, especially at home. Have to win.
I agree. All right, guys, that wraps up round 22. We'll move on to our comp, Supercoach comp. So I played con last week. It was a good matchup, head to head. I thought I had the captain option or VC all sorted, but it backfired. You had Sicily, was it?
Yeah, I had English vice captain,
Yeah.
and then I went to Hail Mary on Sicily captain of the 166. Just, lazy 166. I would argue it should have been more because he was on 87 with 5 minutes to go in the first quarter. So I think he got off light.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good win, Con. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Who are you playing this week now?
I'm playing Glenn, the Mayblooms.
Yes.
Keep in mind we're in the losers half of the 8.
The minor league?
The minor league.
Yeah.
So
He's just
I'm
finally
not
getting
getting
money
too
back.
carried away. That's all right.
That's fair
Just
enough.
plodding along.
Mus, who'd you play last week?
Avenue FC.
Nice.
So it came down, I guess, all the way to the last game. He was in the lead by 84 points or something like that, and I just needed Brayshaw to get at least 85 for me to win. Come up with 120. So
That's good.
ended
Got the
up
job
being-
done.
Ended up being a good win for me. This week I've got Ty, the nail man.
Ooh, he's big. He's a very big player.
It's going to be... Look, I told him in the group chat as well, may the best team win. So hopefully it's a good matchup for us and it's a close game and makes it exciting and not just a blowout. Yeah, I think it's all the good teams are now there. So every week is a hard matchup.
Yeah.
So yeah, hopefully I've had 3 wins in a row. Hopefully I can continue it and keep going.
Congratulations, man. That's good to hear, guys. All right, we've got 2 more things to cover up. Brownlow predictions, guys. So thanks to our friends at Sportsbet. They've got the comp laid out for us. So we've got Bont at 225. Do we feel like he's got it done now with another 2 games to go?
I don't think so. I think Daicos is still in front. But
How much
Daicos-
by?
I don't know. Could be 4 or 5 votes.
Mhm.
Bont has a relatively easy draw. We've got Hawks this week. McGuinness can't tag him. McGuinness tried. I think did McGuinness try to tag him the first time? Didn't work.
Yeah, it's just
Bond's-
Bont moves around too much. He goes in the forward line. It's too hard to
This,
tag.
this is good insight.
And then we got West Coast the week after. No, who's the O'Halloran? He's the tagger. Is it Xavier O'Halloran?
Xavier.
He can't tag him. No, he's pretty much
Connor
untaggable.
Nash?
I don't think so.
Connor Nash, not much of a tagger. He does follow on, but we need him more for clearance.
And then the big round is the last round. Geelong in Geelong.
Ooh, that's a big game.
He won't get tagged, but if the Dogs lose, maybe there's not votes on offer.
Yeah, that's fair.
I think if Bont can get 6 to 7 votes from here, big chance.
Okay.
Big chance.
The problem with Bont, he's going to have a lot of, like, English has had a huge season this year, and he may take some votes off him.
Libba as well.
Libba as well.
Libba hurts him as well. Mhm.
So, yeah, whereas Daicos, it really hasn't got much there, other people there to take. They're a good team combined, but a stand-up player as Daicos, there really isn't that many.
Especially even Melbourne, with no Oliver to take votes on
Petrarca.
Petrarca.
Now
He will
Petrarca's
be
coming
coming hard as well.
Mhm.
So, yeah.
Well, Petrarca's second favourite, he's at 275 after yesterday's game as well. So I think he kicked 2 goals, 1, and had like 27 posies. So he was right up there as
He
well.
started slow as well. Just let's do that. I was watching that game, hoping he does stuff all. He was on 41 at halftime, and I was sitting back, it's like, yep. If he gets me 80, if he gets him 80, that's fine. And then all of a sudden, he comes out the second half.
Viney played very well, though. Viney
Viney
played very well.
Could take a vote. So you reckon he
Could take
could
votes.
get 2?
Even the week, was it the week before where Gorn went absolutely
Gorn.
ballistic?
Last 2 weeks.
Yeah,
Last
No,
2 weeks.
more than 2.
Could
mate.
take some votes.
It's
So
been a few. Like, it's been maybe 3 or 4 weeks that Gordon
So
has
you
been.
could take some free votes.
I think when we get to this round in the Brownlow count,
Yep.
everyone will be looking at how many votes Daicos is in front by. If he's in front at all. If he's not in front, well, forget about it.
Yes.
But if he's in front, it'll be very interesting to see what happens from there.
Nick Daicos 3 weeks ago was $1.75 to win the Brownlow. He's jumped to 6. If you look from round 1 to the last week till he got injured, and you reckon he's got to get 35, 36 votes from there, do you reckon he can win it from there?
I think if he's on 30 votes,
Mhm.
it'll make it interesting.
That's 10 games.
Yeah, it'll make it interesting.
So he has to get 10 votes or 3.
Last year was a lower side vote winning
Yes, it was.
year.
Yes. This one's going to be huge, I reckon.
The year before, Bont scored 33,
And
the
lost.
highest votes ever to lose.
Yeah. He lost to
Ollie
Neil,
Hines
wasn't it?
got 35.
Yeah.
So you never know.
All right. The last one from the top 4 here is Jordan Dawson at $21. Do we even entertain it, boys?
I don't think so. He started off on fire, but he's died down.
What's Butters sitting at over there?
Zach Butters is at 21 as well.
21. He was.
I just feel like Rosie and him are going to share it.
he was all the rage for about a month. About 2-3 weeks ago, they were all saying Butters is coming.
He's
home.
disappeared.
And then I picked him up on Supercoach.
So that's the reason.
But he scored one for me last week.
Full disclosure, I need Bontempelli to win. I've
Yeah.
had a very big bet on him before the season.
Yeah.
So go the Bont.
Go to Bont. I'm with you. 2 more things before we touch up. Bont, 27.
Yeah.
If he wins the Brownlow this year, do you reckon he just plays till he's 30 and just says, boys, I'm going to hit the highway?
I would be giving him a Buddy Franklin type contract now. Give him 10 years, he can play till he's 37.
Would he take it?
Probably not.
Mus, what do you reckon?
He's definitely not retiring at 30. Let's just unless he gets some serious injuries,
God
That's
forbid.
it.
Yeah.
does like 2 knees and then is at 30, then maybe. But I don't see him retiring at 30. I reckon push to like 32, 33, 34.
Keep in mind that Bont has never been an explosive player.
Yeah.
He's never been that Dusty Martin pace
No.
out of the blocks.
Just an impact
He's
player.
just in traffic, he can find space. He's the type of player, Scott Pendlebury wise, he can play till he's 36, 37. He doesn't need that speed because he moves so well
And he's
out of
big.
traffic. Yeah.
He's huge.
All right, boys, we'll leave that and maybe look it back in 3 years, this video, and we'll see where it takes us. Before we finish up, did you want to say anything, Con, before we finish up?
Thanks for having me on again.
No, I appreciate it. Thanks
And
for
it's been a good Supercoach season. It's a pity it's wrapping up. Supercoach is always the best time of the year.
It is. It
It
is.
always goes so fast,
It
doesn't
does.
it?
Definitely.
It goes so quick.
Anything to finish up, Moss?
Good luck to all the guys out there in the finals. I hope your team does well, but I hope mine does better.
Too funny. You always have to add yourself, don't you?
Is it? Mus is the only regular panelist on this show that's still alive.
I am the only one in a breaking even team that is still
The rest of you are all duds.
We're all done. We're all done.
That's why amateurs stay amateurs.
I
That's
might
why.
be getting pro. I might be amateurs and pro. I did win last year in the total points. So
That's right. From a minor position as well.
from this guy.
Oh,
Even reminded him. Oh man, too funny. Guys, please continue to like, share, comment on our videos. And as always, take care. And remember, go to Matildas. They're playing tonight against Denmark.
Let's go. Sammy Kerr.
That's it. Hope she kicks goal and does Australia proud. See you guys.
Thank you.